up, y'all? Bring you guys another video. Just bring you guys my post-fight thoughts of the fight between Riel Casimero and Guillermo Rigondeaux. Um, yeah. uh, where do I start with this fight? This fight, if you miss this fight, don't watch it. There's no point in watching this fight. It's one of the worst fights you'll ever watch. It wasn't even much of a fight. It was more running around. It was more of a marathon. That's what it was. A marathon of one fighter chasing the other. And those fighters are obviously Guillermo Rigondeaux and Casimero, with Casimero chasing Rigondeaux all night long for the most part, with less than 100 punches thrown in this fight for 12 freaking rounds. It while this fight was going on, I'm watching with my family and friends. Well, there was like what 15 of us watching this fight, and I just can't help but laugh. I'm just like laughing. I'm like laughing while watching this fight because everybody's complaining of how boring it was, how like annoying it was. My wife was like complaining about how she's feeling dizzy watching this fight because of them moving around in circles in the ring. A couple of my relatives were complaining of how they feel so sleepy watching this fight and how frustrating it was to watch this fight. And I'm laughing because I'm like, dude, this is like Guillermo Rigondeaux. He's back. And he hasn't learned a single thing in his entire career that he needs to at least let his hands go instead of just moving around all night long. And I'm like, bruh, man, at least there's so many opportunities for Guillermo to land some good clean punches in this fight. Lately his last couple fights, he's been standing in front of you, and letting his hands go. He had very exciting moments in his last couple fights after after he quit against Lomachenko. He came back and he had some good exciting fights. And next thing you know, in this fight against Casimero, he decides to bring back his old self and move around and dance around, which he did. That's what he needed to do in order to win his fight. Avoid the big heavy hands of Casimero, and he did that. He did that effectively. But with that being said, at least throw something. And I'm laughing because, dude, you have so many opportunities. I'm not a boxer myself, but as a fan, I can see and analyze things, and I'm like, bro, you make the dude miss so many times. He made Casimero miss so many times. And he just watched him miss. He could have easily threw something, but he didn't. He just watches him and he just waits for him to start chasing him again. And Casimero, a lot of people are probably gonna blame him, like, he needs to do something, this and that. And he was trying to do something. He was chasing him all night long. Casimero obviously is not the most skilled fighter out there, but he at least showed a lot of effort of actually trying to make a fight. And that's why he won most of the rounds. And I thought he won most of the rounds. I'm going to be completely honest. I had him winning the rounds because Casimero was actually trying to make an effort to land a punch. On the other hand, Guillermo Rigondeaux was just moving too much moving, too much running around inside the ring. Come on, Guillermo. You should have learned this years ago that you're not... That... Oh my goodness. I don't know, man. I'm going to be honest. As much as I love the sport of boxing and the art of boxing, Guillermo is just, he's not meant for TV, man. I mean, he really isn't. If he's going to go around doing this stuff and just watching them chase him, it's just not worth TV, man. I mean, I love the movement. Don't get me wrong. I love seeing the movement. I love seeing his footwork. But for fucking 12 rounds long, just freaking dancing around and moving around the whole night and not letting your hands go for the most, no. No. I'm glad he lost. I'm going to be completely honest. It's being honest here. I'm glad Guillermo lost because oh my god, I just, I don't know if you guys just can hear the frustration in my voice, because he's better than this. He really is. But for whatever reason, and he was acting all proud and all that too in the end. And I'm like, dude, man, You're never going to be on TV again because of this, and you're doing it to yourself. I know there's a group of guys out there who appreciate the art of boxing, loves boxing, the art of hitting without getting hit. But that's the minority. And when it comes to the sport of boxing, boxing is a business. And I don't really see Guillermo getting another big fight after this. I don't think so, man. Especially at his age, too, 40. And that's his age, at 40 years old. He's a spectacular boxer. But after this fight, I don't know, man. I think people are just going to be sick and tired. Heck, I don't know. Maybe it's just since I've been following Guillermo since he turned pro. I've always appreciated his skill set. But I mean, there just comes a point where you need to definitely you need to do something offensive wise. Riel Casimero remains the world champion. Improves to 31-4, 21 wins come by way of knockout TKO. He has 3 people on his hit list. He already took care of one, which is Guillermo Rigondeaux, who suffers his second loss in his pro career. And he mentioned 2 other names. The 2 other names are the 2 world champions in the 118-pound division. Nonito Donaire, the WBC champion, and Naoya Inoue, who is the IBF and WBA world champion. So Casimiro wants to fight both of them. And he will eventually fight both of them, I think. Definitely. But right now, I think there are talks about a rematch between Donaire and Inoue taking place in December or November. And I can see Casimiro fighting the winner of that fight. So yeah. I don't know, man. This fight is it was hard to watch. It really was. It was hard to watch. In the end, Casimiro winning, in my opinion, is better for boxing because I just as much as I'd like to see how Guillermo Rigondeaux versus Naoya Inoue plays out, because we all know how that Donaire fight will play out against Rigondeaux. Um, Rigondeaux is going to school him again. But when it comes to Inoue versus Rigondeaux, I mean, it would be interesting to see how that will play out. I'm 100% sure Naoya Inoue will be a lot more effective than Casimiro. Maybe one day, you never know. Maybe we might still see that fight. But Rigo needs, if he does fight in TV again, Rigo really needs to show something, man. Because moving around all night long, and especially the commentators who are not pleased of what they're seeing, and I'm pretty sure everybody watching at home too, the majority of the people watching at home, it's like, come on, man. You gotta entertain people at least. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Like always, have a great day. Alright, thanks.